So I had a question from a viewer. It asked me, what libraries do you recommend to install? Are the KiCad libraries sufficient for most general work? I've not tried them yet. If you make your own libraries, is it easy to use them when installing a later version of KiCad? Okay, so right now I'm just going to concentrate in the first question. I'll answer the first two questions. What libraries do you recommend to install them? And are the KiCad libraries sufficient for most general work? That's the two I'm going to answer. So with further ado, let's take a look. Let's see about, so version 5.1.10. That's the one I have right now in my system. So let's get to the question. So usually what I do, those links will be provided at I'm going to create some timestamps, and that will be in the description below, as well as these notes that you just looked at it. It will be in the description below. So let's see. I go to the KiCad website. When you install this KiCad, this version, it comes with the default libraries. For most of the work, it's fine. If you didn't install the libraries, you can download it from here. You go download, and here's the GitHub repositories. You got the 3D packages. I got everything that came with it. And I also use third-party libraries, and so they have links here. For the one that I use is SnapEDA, DigiKey has a GitHub page. You can download those. They tell you how to do it. So you register the libraries that are there in KiCad. So to me, the libraries that are there are sufficient. But if you want something specific, this is all that comes with this is all the libraries. And I downloaded the DigiKey one. That's where it has a DK. So make sure when you create your libraries, you give something that doesn't conflict with other things, because when you have tons of libraries, you have DigiKey, you have all this. I also have SnapEDA. I have a Sacman system port. So first I come here and search to see if they have it. If they don't, then let me go to the search here. Let's say something that they didn't have. For example, let's see here. So you go here. I put in the search space. Nothing came up. So they don't have that part. Okay. They have other things, but they don't have that specific part. Okay. So then what I do, if they don't have it, that specific part, then I go in my account, I sign up. I think I'm signing already. That has a little piece of software that comes with it. And usually when I start up, I go through library loader and then search for parts. And let's look for that part. So then I search, and if we get any results, it's searching for it. So let it do its job, and let me keep going here. The other one I use is Ultra Library, and then you can do your search, download, and they also provide parts for all these libraries. See, they even provide for Autodesk Fusion 360, KiCad, Mentor Graphics, OrCAD, all these pads. They provide for all these companies. So the one that you gotta set up is for your KiCad. So sign up in there. So that's the other one I use. If they really don't have that part that you're searching for, you can request it. SnapEDA, that's the other one I use to get parts. Same thing, sign up, search for your part. You search for this one, for example. Let's see, something nice. Let's see, this one comes up. You see that's here. It tells you have this. Let me search on the other one here. Ultra Librarian. Let's do a search for the other part. So then it tells you it has the symbol, the footprint, and even when you get from these places, sometimes this doesn't make sense when you're wiring the schematic, but I download it anyway because it has everything that I need, and they did most of the work. And if you need a specific part that you cannot find here, they will be able to give it make it for you. So I'll say don't reinvent the wheel. Just get it from them. And even when you get it, you might have to do some tweaking. So here's the other part that we were searching, and you get a result. So let's see here, and it says, see, you got to become a member to download it. So let's say I download this one, right? So it has a 3D view. It has the symbol. Maybe I don't like the symbol, but I download it anyway. I'll make the changes later. So I'll show you. So most of the time, if it's not in the native library that comes with KiCad, I use those. I come here and search, and then I download it. But once it comes here, I have my downloads. I already have set up the. So it goes into that folder, and for how to set it up, you see right now it says part. This has been added to Segment System underscore parts library. A new project, and it's called 3046. Okay, so we got that, and now let's add our part here. Loading all the libraries. You can also make from scratch. Like my options are, if I request it to them, and that sometimes they tell you we cannot make that part, that doesn't have enough information. Then at that point, I make it from scratch. Otherwise, I use the system. So Sysmac right there, 87. We would say 87, 82, and also this will become a mess. So because everything comes in the section, if I search for all the components, it will come just in that, and that's how they make the software. But so let's create a netlist, generate netlist. Okay, netlist. So let's go to the PCB layout. Go there, and let's look at how it came up. Go load it. Move. So here we go. That's how it comes up. And I want to make changes to this part, for example. I don't do it in that library exactly, Okay, properties, edit footprint from library. So I go there, and usually I create my own library and I move it up. You can make changes in that part locally, but just to show you, see, I have EE connectors. See, I'm going to put this part. I'm not going to touch it in the library over here in the Sysmac library. See, Sysmac part. That's where this library is residing right now. I'm not going to touch it at there. I keep my original there. So I created a library called EE now connectors. So usually I take the part, I say file, save as, and then I pick my library EE now, So where is it? Connectors, and I save. I save it there, and then if I make any changes now, I take the reference, move around, and for move, the live value, leave it there. Reference, move. I go here, I make my changes. If, for example, that it's too small, I want it a little bit bigger. Delete it. Make it something like that. Like that. So save it. So now it's here in that library, EE connectors, and try to make your own so it doesn't conflict with its other libraries. I installed the DigiKey. They have a hiccup. They tell you exactly how to do that. So that's it. And so now that's my part right there. So, and even the symbol, let's say the symbol, I don't like it to be like that. So I go edit, symbol library. Again, I don't touch the one there. I create a library. But to create a library, you go to File, New Library. That's how you do your libraries. And I believe I have a now connectors. I'm going to save this to this library. So File, Save As, and then I pick my library, EE now. I'm not going to modify the original part that came in. The reason behind it is if you messed it up or something, then you don't have no part. So, and then you have to do all over again. So I put it there, save it, and let's say I want to add circles or something. You make your circles, something like that, just to give an idea. We get save, and now it's in my library, and then now I go here. We just take a look at both. So this is residing in the original library. Now I'm going to download. We're going to install from EE now, and it should have those circles that we just made there. EE now. No, that's a different one. Okay, so here. So and edit properties. Okay, so right now it's going to be linked to the footprint, that library print. So you see, it brings everything in it. When you're doing bill of materials, is easier. So let's go edit properties, edit library editor. I just want to make one change, and so it's global. It's a global change. So I go here. Now I'm not going to get my footprint from Sysmac. I'm going to get it from my library. So EE now, because we just made changes, you saw that before. So connectors, that's the one. You see I made the bigger circle. So I say that, say OK, save it. And then to do the update, usually go here. Where is it? Okay, edit, update views from library, footprint, okay. And now it should have our library. So EE now connectors. Okay, so that's where it's coming from. And so now we do annotate the you have plenty errors right now if I generate if I do DRC. So I go to footprint, bring it up, and update. Yes. And here is okay. That's the one, the mine modify. That's what I mean with hack. I didn't like the way they have it here, and so I put a border outline. Size of the border. Let's just make a circle here. Save it. Tools. View. Viewer there. See. That's how it's looking. Okay, so as you can see, there's something wrong with the 3D. You see the 3D is the pins are see the shape is not there. But as far as the silk screen that I made the change, you see, you look at it, look that little dot compared to this one. It's much easier to identify that. So now let's fix that 3D part of it. So I believe for the 3D, I'm not going to change in both places. I need to have only one. So so if I make the change there, it will come up to the other one. So now here you go to footprint properties. Now here you got local creating settings, 3D right there. 3D settings, that's where you change that. And so rotation, let's see, that's gonna rotate that way. So x-axis. Okay, now when down, we're doing good. Minus 90. Okay, 90. Now we gotta move it up. Rotation. Okay, offset this one. Gotta move it up. Or it's coming up. You can see. Gotta do the alignments, you know. Once you do it this once, and once it's done, that's it. You gotta come up a little bit more. Okay, let's see. Somewhere it's tilted. Oh, on the Y here. Okay. I saw it tilted, the pins. So it looks like we align it. Some parts they don't have 3D all the time. So that's different sources that I use to get the parts. See where's our copper here. Um, I think I need to go up more. Right? Yeah, that's where the pins are coming now. See it? Now it's way up. I didn't see the pins. The pins were stuck between the board. So now you bring it down somewhere there. Touching the copper. Okay. So once this is done, I do that at the library level. I don't do locally. If you do locally, what happens is locally it will do only that one time. Sometimes you're reusing these parts. So go file. Where's that? Update. Update. Bring from library. And say OK. And save it. Now let's view it. There we go. That's the other one I didn't do. Now I should fix. There you go. Edit. Oh, now it's looking good. So that's how I do it. In case of the original, the connector, it's the reference or reference designator is underneath. So to see that here, you go to display options here and unclick that, then you say OK. Where do you go? Show. What happened? Take all of them. Okay. There you go. See, I took the cell screen. So now you see I have the person designated on here is there, and mine's over here. To put it back, you click here, and that's it. Let's see. Go here. Let me see. It's okay. Save it. There you go. So That's it. That's how I do it. Oh, EE this Mac 87. Okay. One more time here. I just want to see something. I might have changed footprint on location. Let's see. So that's EE now. Here. Okay. Okay. Generate netlist and go footprint. We don't need to. Okay. So looks like it's pointing to same source. I might have changed on the other one. Okay, so that's why I say you gotta be careful where you change. So if you don't have a backup, I still have the backup because right now we go to here, the E. Where is this pointing? The footprint is pointing to E connector now. Okay. What about this one? E. This one is pointing to here. Okay. So the last change that I made, I made into this library. See, now it's changed on both sides. So I didn't pay attention. Now it's in both, but not big changes, but you just gotta be careful. So, now we have left with this view. So this is all about libraries, symbol libraries, and footprint libraries. So that was the question. And let me share something else here. I do make changes in same thing when I do a library for myself. I separate, so I have EE now, which is EE now switches. I have this one, that one. I gotta organize the sysmac because with everything being dumped there, eventually, see, right now it's like I have everything here, capacitors. I got this. What is this? What that one? What that is? And so the software dumps everything in the folder, and then it's up to you that you make changes. And just trying to show you one. that I modify this one, I modify that one, but I haven't moved to the connectors library. They have these other ports. This was one I see that I brought it in, and I had a I have a ground pad right in the middle, and I wanted to add vias. I think this is the one. Okay. Okay, generate netlist. Annotate first. Then go generate netlist. Save for a PCB. And okay, so like for example, this ground pad and other ICs, it's bigger, but I wanted a via through it, so I modify. You know, I hack the part, I move into my library, and then I change it. You know, so always keep the original, because otherwise you end up with yeah. So this was a turret here. Okay, I can bring. Move to the board. All right. So let you. Also, you know, when I'm making a new board, I usually get the connectors. I don't do any of the connections. I try to place the components where they're gonna be or could be, and then I make the changes. See? So here we go. So that's how I do it. Let's save this. Save that picture. And I think at this point I'm gonna end. And if you have any questions, comments, leave it there. I will put all the notes, all this stuff over here. Maybe you want to try it out, find these parts. I will give a smaller list. Maybe, you know, that's something that they don't come in the KiCad library. We give it a try it out. I'll leave those parts in the comments below. I will create chapters. Video chapters or time codes will be in the description below, so check it. This was your comments, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.